Good morning, everyone. I'm trying to, I dusted the inside of these and I want to make a leaf for the grapes. And then I made some sand for this. And then I had leftover sand. So I'm going to reveal these this morning. Set those aside a little bit. So what you do is you take, it's kind of like what Pouring Your Heart Out did. And this is the sand piece. You take this out and let's see how you do that. And then you put it over here. So let's take this one out and see what it looks like. Please come out. Yeah. Oh, it's coming out quite easy. It just, okay, yeah, I got a little too much in there maybe. Tilt it up a little bit here. Oh, okay. Yeah, see? So there's our sand piece. It needs a little bit cleaned up around the edges. As you've seen, some of it was already just like peeled off. So, oh yeah, see? So it has like a, no, maybe you can't see. Yeah, where the water will come up around it, and then it has the hole already in it at the top, right there. And so this will become a piece of jewelry. I'll have to clean this out before I do it, so I'm just going to show you. It's got where you just put this, well, I need to try to cut that off. Oh, we might have to. See that it fits in there now. I'm going to turn it around. Well, I gotta cut that right there off, yeah. And this is how my table gets messed up. So it'll go over on this side. If I can get that hole to line up with it. It's the first time I ever used this mode. So it should. I had to clean it up more. Go in there. And there we go. But it has to be cleaned up some more. As you can see, it's not laying in there correctly. So some of that has to come off. Let's see what it's on the thingy. So now what I will do is after I trim these down a little bit, I'll have to trim that whole little bottom layer off. Okay. And then I mix up my blue and pour it on each side to however much water I want to. Supposedly all the way up to this little island right there. And that's real sand mixed with glitter in there. And so that's where you see the darkness at is sand. And then I have the what is it called? Glitter. Unicorn glitter. Magical. It's a pigment, and it's crushed crystals in here. And it's real sparkly. Really pretty. But it has the sand, look, with sparkles, which, when you want to wear something as a piece of jewelry, you don't want it dull. And so this will make a nice piece of looking jewelry. And then I'll make the ocean water. And I'll probably be using, I like my water more with a greenish tint. So now what I will do is probably do the blue to a layer somewhere in here, and then I will let it dry. And then I will do a different color to come on up to finish it, and that way, because that way I would like the waters a little lighter up here, and that's exactly how the ocean does. The ocean up around their feet. I'm going to get this pink out of here, up this far, and I'll have this greenish tone. with a little hint of blue to it. And then the further back, it'll be more just regular blue. And then when I get back here, it'll be a very fine line of dark blue where the black lines are. Okay, and I'm probably going to have to fade away a little bit of this dark blue just around their faces. And then you have the white around the sun and coming across the water there. And I made the star. My voice still trying to rag out, y'all. I made the star there and put it in there instead of using a real star. I was going to use this starfish. I cut one end off so it wouldn't take up a lot of room to put it down in there like that. Because, you know, if you're not doing a whole just solid ocean theme, you can only have so much. But then I came to the conclusion that the real one just doesn't really go with this, because it's more, how would you say, it's not super, you got realistic looking stuff in it, but it's not realistic. It's more, anyway, y'all might know the word for me that I'm trying to look for. But animated, there you go. And so I want to lighten up that, put like a where they're at, and like wipe that clean around there and let it be clean around their heads. And what I did is I put some UV resin over the sun last night to hold that glitter where its color will stay yellow and none of the other colors will bleed into it. Because that would just run the whole thing. But as I layer this, I can always redraw these on the layer once it gets dry, and then get a clear coating over it. So this is really taking a lot of time, you know, to create. It's going to be layer by layer for creation, and so it will turn out good, I hope. And then once I make this one, I will make one where they meet. So this is kind of like what I'm saying is what I want to do is make one where they meet and make it to where it's like a heart shape, right? Okay, but it's not working out on this one because they're walking away in this one. You see the heart shape? So that's where they meet. And this one is about 20 years later. Which, you know, can be funny, sad, or mad, however you want to take it. You know, but relationships are hard. And so, yeah, that way I can put some character in this. But anyway, this is going to be time consuming. It's going to be layer on top of layer. And I want to make one, like I said, with a heart where they're meeting. And then I'm making this one. And then I want to do one with individual one, you know, with it. And maybe that way you have more room for my son or whatever water I'm going to do behind them. So now that's not. And to me, this one is the girl. So that y'all know. And the boy is the one with just the two straight legs. The boys of creatures are usually prettier than the girl. And the girls usually, you know, have a little fancy about them. That they will dancy. So I think that about her, the way she's prancing there. And he's got, looks like more feathers, you know, to me. So he's the boy. In case y'all wondered. That's the way I see it. And so I got one more reveal. It's probably going to need a lot of trimming up with it too. But see, I had made up a little too much. And I can only make up, you know, so much on my scale. I weighed out the resin. And this barely, when I first poured it, the first half barely even showed up on the dang scale. So then I poured a little more of the other one in there, and boy, the scale went crazy. So I just added a drop more, and it looks like my guesswork turned out pretty good because this stuff is stiff, really stiff. So normally I'd be worried about this flopping. But I think that the sand might have helped. It's okay. So it needs a lot of trimming, you know, for, I'm pretty sure it won't even sit down in there at this point like this. So, let's see if we can trim the edges enough just to get it to sit down in there on the outside. Then I'll have to clean up the inside of it, of course. And my table. It's good. That's why my table's a mess, y'all. I've got these come in 3 packs, and these are silicone mats, and so resin lands on it, and you just peel it off. And so I just love this mat. It's forgiving, except for it's not very forgiving for ink, but that's okay. Let's get this off, and then we'll try. I'm shaky this morning. Okay, I'll try to sit that down in there and see how it goes. Oh yeah, I gotta trim that back with a hoe. Hoe is. Oh, with the hoe is. Let's see. I ate a little something for breakfast. I shouldn't be shaky like this. Okay, so the same thing with this. You know, in fact, I kind of like the sand on the bottom, really, as long as it fits down in there well. You know, I think I may just leave that like that down in there, and there'll be a little clear spot. Well, not out of camera, right? There we go, a little clear spot there. But I like that actually. So that's the same thing. It's sand with that glitter in it, and yeah, I'll have to smooth that out a little bit on the back, 'cause it's not laying flush. I don't know why. Maybe I got a little too deep in there. But then I'll do the same thing with the water. I'll put some darker blue, probably a turquoise down in here, and then when I come up here, it's going to be greenish yellow. You know, I might take a toothpick and put a hint of blue in it. You know, so. But I want it very see-through up here. You know, so that's what I got. And today I'm going to make a leaf. And I'll do some kind of layering on this. And I'll pick through my grapes and see what I come up with. Because I got a bunch of them now. And I have this. I've had this in the living room on my table. I mix it. I have this wood thing. It's a carving for a bow. It's about 18 inches long. And I put porphyry in it. And I always stick this on top. And I've had this for many years. It won't fit in the resin bow. But it's something I can go buy in the future to make a peacock feather resin coaster. Yeah. So that might be down the road. It's so old. I'm so scared it's just going to, deteriorate. And if I touch anything, it's going to fall apart. I mean, this thing's got to be 10 years old. It came in a potpourri package. A long time ago. Got it at Hobby Lobby. I love their potpourri. It's not all that great smelling, like in strongness, but it's beautiful. Okay. Really in a talkative mood today. So... oh, I'll show you this. I came up. Now, I don't know. For some reason or another, I'll take the ugliest thing I got if I, get a package and whatever's in there to me, maybe not ugly, but it seems like it's left behind or it's got defected in its character, is the way I'm going to put it, instead of ugly. I always seem to go for making something with it first, Well, I made a couple other great coasters are my first ones. And now I'm interested in the oddball stuff. And I want to play with this, I want to see how it comes out. Of course, I might have to put some good ones in there because I don't feel like there's enough grapes in this. So y'all can leave a comment, if you want to give me your opinion on this. I got a couple of people like to, give me some opinions and stuff that maybe I wouldn't think of. Sometimes we have the same thoughts, and sometimes I'm like, oh, that's a cool idea, So, yeah, leave a comment, and I appreciate y'all watching. And so, stay tuned for how these turn out, and how this turns out, even if it don't turn out good. Wow, one of them little stars. If I could find the smallest one and break it in half or something, stick it down in there. When putting that in here, I don't know how it would turn out, though. So it might be better in the water. But it's too big, so anyway. I'll talk to y'all next time. Like, share, and leave a comment on what you think. Bye.